Now at 11, a News 5 exclusive investigation. A young mother shot to death. The man behind the gun abducted her 7-week-old baby, triggering a statewide Amber Alert before committing suicide. Tonight, the family of that man, Dakota Steagall, speaking out for the first time only to News 5. On your side, Chief Investigator Ron Regan has been following this story and says relatives believe the system failed not one family, but two.
They do, but they also insist they're not making excuses. Instead, they're hoping other families never face the same tragedy.
I hope there's somebody out there that we can help, listen.
It was her son who shot and killed Caitlin Carol Peak after she broke off the relationship more than a year ago.
We all lost a couple of very beautiful, young, bright people. Had a very long, good future ahead of them. And I believe it's due to his anger and depression.
Anger and depression. The family says it's not an excuse, but instead symptoms of mental illness that were never treated.
What kind of help was he given, in your view?
Not much.
Did he need help?
Yes, he did, and I believe he recognized that.
But it was too late.
He said, "Grandma, I killed Caitlin."
And then committing suicide.
He was in Med Central once for 3 days, and they let him out, and all that should have been followed up on.
That's the psychiatric floor.
Yes, it is.
He was there 3 days, and they let him go.
Right.
On another occasion, it's where Steagall was treated after stabbing himself with a knife.
Police.
And on another,
Could I get somebody to do a well check on a fella?
he had barricaded himself inside his apartment for hours, threatening to kill himself.
It wasn't just a police call here and there. This was a long, repeated history of issues. Signs, red flags.
And on still another,
he claims that he has a gun.
threatened to kill both Caitlin and her grandmother. But treatment,
Did he get any?
Very little. Very, very little.
very little and never sustained.
They kept him on the 3rd floor for 3 days. Said follow up with the center. And that was that.
3 days and released him.
Yes. And I know of at least 3, if not 4 encounters that he was on the 3rd floor of Med Central Hospital for mental evaluation. Same thing, 3 days, out the door you go.
But because Steagall was over 18, his medical treatment was confidential.
I definitely think it should have been controlled more, because once he turns 18, I'm out the picture. They don't have to tell me anything.
Now his mother has both a message
And I feel horrible for Caitlin, her daughter, and their whole family.
and a plea.
Where's the help for somebody who needs help today, right here, right now? Where is that help? Nowhere. Nowhere. It's tragic. It's absolutely tragic.
His family believes that failure allowed Steagall to remain on the street, to buy a gun, and ultimately to destroy 2 lives. I'm Chief Investigator Ron Regan.